I think everyone who I sent passes to today is here, so let's get started with our introductions. My name is Marissa Henderson, and I'm the adult child of an addict, and today I'm feeling inspired. Melanie, why don't you go next and we'll go around the group.
Hi, I'm Melanie. I'm the adult child of an addict. The addict in my life is my mom, and today I'm feeling angry.
Hi, I'm Victoria, and I'm the child of an alcoholic. The alcoholic in my life is my dad, and today I'm feeling decent.
Hi, I'm Tishelle. The addict in my life was my dad, and he's deceased, and today I'm feeling chill.
Lena, it's your turn.
Hi, I'm Lena. I'm the adult child of a deceased alcoholic, and today I'm feeling like I don't want to be here.
Thank you, Lena. Abby, you may go next.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm an adult child of an addict, and the addict in my life is my mother, and she's in recovery. Today I'm feeling hopeless.
Hi, I'm Shayna, and I'm the adult child of a recovering alcoholic who is my father. Today I'm feeling optimistic.
Wow. Well, thank you all for continuing to come to group and for restating your introductions for everyone. Before we get started with the group discussion, I'd like to do an opening activity. I'm going to hand you all a piece of paper, and I would like you to first write down how you felt about the addict in your life in the beginning of the group and how you feel about them now. Then, if everyone is open to sharing, we will go around the room again and I'll share. You're welcome. Okay, so is everyone comfortable with sharing?
I am not comfortable with sharing.
Okay, well, thank you for telling me that, Lena. Melanie, why don't you start?
Okay, at the beginning of the group, I felt extremely angry with my mother and the situation she has put me in. I'm not going to lie, I still feel angry, but coming to this group has helped me cope with my anger and learn how to practice self-care and focus on myself and lessen the drama in my family.
At the beginning of this group, I felt extremely overwhelmed by my family fighting and all that goes on with them. My dad is an alcoholic, and at the beginning of the group, I was angry with him, but now I'm starting to learn to separate myself from them, and I'm feeling a little bit better. I am focusing on me and my needs. I feel kind of numb about my father right now.
At the beginning of this group, I just still felt sad, and I still feel sad today. But coming to this group honestly just cheers me up and gives me time to cope with my emotions instead of bottling them up.
I felt that at the beginning of the group I was so overwhelmed with pressure that I thought I was going to explode. I felt that my mother being in rehab was putting so much on me. Coming to this group gives me the time that I need to calm down, to evaluate my life and do what needs to be done to cope. I feel like I am placing less blame on my mother by coming to these groups.
Since my father is a recovering alcoholic, I have felt good about him for a long time. I guess there are days where I think about the past and get angry, but for the most part, the time I've spent in this group, I felt good about my father.
Wow, well, thank you all so much for sharing. I think it's important to acknowledge our feelings about the addicts in our lives and how they grow and change over time. Now, in the beginning introductions, I heard a couple of strong emotions during the discussion, and I would like to open it up to see if either of them would like to talk today. Melanie or Abby, would either of you like to talk?
I'd like to talk first. So my mom is honestly just being a bitch as usual. Every night she gets drunk and screams at me for not doing enough for her, complaining that she has no money or she needs me to drive her somewhere. As most of you know, before I got my license, she constantly was picking me up drunk, and now I have my license. She expects me to just always be her designated driver. I refuse to drive her to the liquor store. She has been in and out of rehab and needs to go back and says she will but doesn't. And I am just so mad. She basically expects me to take care of her all while her and my dad treat my little brother like he's an angel and give him money and he could do sports and have friends and do things, and I just get treated like trash.
I apologize, Melanie. I don't mean to cut you off, but I heard some really intense things going on, and before we go any further, I'd like to open it up to the group to give you some feedback about what you said.
I would just tell your mom that she's a grown adult and that she needs to take care of herself. That's what I do with my dad. I just tell him that if he needs to get somewhere, he can find an Uber or a different ride. I'm the child, not the parent. If your mom needed a ride to a meeting or rehab or work, that would be different. But if she's asking you to bring her to her friend's house or for alcohol, stand up for yourself. You don't deserve to have all that added responsibility on you.
That's very good advice, Victoria. Thank you. Melanie, what do you think about what she said?
It makes sense. It's just hard to say no, and it's just such a stressful situation to be in.
Well, while I think that Victoria's advice is good, I would also recommend really sitting down and having a conversation with your mother about how you feel. Maybe she's unaware of all the pressure that she's putting on you. Is that something that you feel comfortable doing?
Yes, I would. She's my mom and I love her, and I want her to know how I feel.
That's good, Melanie. Is there anything else you'd like to add, or is it okay for us to move on to Abby?
I'm good.
Okay. So, Abby, can you tell the group a little bit about why you expressed feeling hopeless today? What do you mean by that?
Well, my mom is currently in treatment, and since I'm the oldest sibling, that has put a lot of pressure on me to drive my siblings around, to help them with schoolwork, and to help out with dinner. On top of schoolwork and trying to have a social life and working part-time. I am constantly tired and stressed out, and I don't even know if my mom is ever going to get better. Why should I have to do all these things because of her addiction? I just want to be normal, go to school, and have friends.
Thank you for bringing that to the group. Does anyone want to give Abby some feedback?
I will. Well, as you know, my father was an alcoholic, but he is sober now. I used to deal with a lot of the things that you mentioned going through. I completely understand how you are feeling and want you to know that you're not alone. My best advice is to try and keep your head up. It's a good thing that your mother is in treatment, and we're all hoping that it helps her. I'd also suggest talking to your dad about it. Maybe he can help you alleviate some of that pressure.
Well, I just don't want to bother him. He is so busy too, and is just as stressed as I am.
Then maybe having a conversation will help both work together to deal with some of these things.
That's true. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby, and thank you, Shayna, for giving her some feedback. Lena, I haven't heard much from you this session. I'm aware that you mentioned not wanting to be here today. Can you tell us why?
Well, the school is making me come to these groups just because they found the smallest bit of alcohol in my locker, which is just so stupid because all high schoolers drink. I shouldn't be here.
I hear you. Can you tell me a little bit about the deceased alcoholic in your life?
Why?
While I know you are not here by choice, I hope that maybe you can get something out of the group by sharing. I'm sure the group would like to support you and give you some feedback.
Whatever. My mother is a deceased alcoholic and I never knew my dad. I live with my grandma, that's it.
Is it okay if I ask a question, Lena?
I guess.
Well, my dad was an addict and passed away a few years ago. I felt a lot of things about it over the years that maybe we could relate about. How does your situation make you feel?
I'm really just not ready to talk about this.
Lena, I appreciate you telling us that. We appreciate you being a part of the group, and you may speak as little or as much as you want in the upcoming sessions.
Thank you.
Well, we've accomplished a lot today. I know we've heard from a few group members. I'd like to ask Victoria, Tishelle, and Sheena if there's anything that they would like to share. I know you all had some very positive emotions in the beginning of the group, and maybe you'd like to talk about that.
You know, the usual, a lot of pressure at home, but I'm handling it, just feeling decent, a relatively good day.
There's nothing else you'd like to share?
Not really, maybe next session.
Okay, well, thank you. Tishelle, what about you?
I'm just feeling chill. School's good, friends are good, coming to this group makes me feel really good, and I'm glad that I'm here.
Thank you. What about you, Sheena?
I'm feeling really good. My dad is doing well, and I am doing well in school and in life. And I'm just really happy to be here and to be able to listen and to help others in the group. And I'm excited for future sessions.
Thank you, Sheena. I'm glad you mentioned future sessions because as our wrapping up activity, I'd like you all to write down on a little piece of paper I've handed out one thing you've gained from the group and one thing you wish to gain from the remaining sessions. So I'm going to hand out another piece of paper and give you a minute to do that. Okay, so now that we're all finished up, we can do round robin style again, just like we do our introductions. Melanie, why don't you go first?
Okay. I feel like I've gained good feedback from this group. I enjoy that this group is us talking to each other rather than just having the group leader lead the entire time. The people in this room experience similar things to me, and it really helps me to hear what they have to say. I hope to gain more self-confidence in this group. With everything going on at home, I tend to just feel so poorly about myself. I don't want the addict in my life to continue to affect me so deeply.
I've gained friendship from this group, and I hope to gain more knowledge about how to handle the addict in my life. Sometimes it's hard to know what I should do in a situation, what I should say, if I should say anything at all. It's just really overwhelming having so much responsibility.
I have also gained friendship from this group, and instead of gaining something, I'd rather give more to others in the group, such as feedback. I feel like my experiences can help others, and instead of sitting around being sad about the things I've been through, I want to help others with advice I can give and just really be there for the members in this group.
I haven't gained anything from this group and I hope to gain something, but I don't know what.
I've gained a lot of positive feedback from this group and I hope to gain more knowledge of self-care. I spend so much time worrying about my family and their needs. It's my life too, and I want to be able to focus on myself and do what is best for me instead of constantly doing what's best for them.
I have gained friendship from this group, and I also hope to just give more positive feedback rather than gaining anything. Like what Tishel said, I really just want to be able to help others by using the experiences I've had.
Wow. Well, thank you all so much for coming today and for participating in our closing activity. In future sessions, I've heard a lot of great thoughts that I'll be looking to incorporate. A lot of you talked about self-care, and it's really important that while we're all dealing with addicts in our lives, that we focus not only on them and helping them, but on helping ourselves. So that's something that I'm going to be looking to help you all with. I just want to say that I'm proud of how far we have come, and I'm excited to continue our sessions. Thank you guys.